One with the it guy of the Northwest right now, Paul Rockstar. How you feeling? What's the vibe? How are you handling everything that's come at you as quickly as it has?
It's a good atmosphere right now. I think the team's in a really good place. You know, we're one of the hottest teams in the MLS, and I think we're playing exciting soccer, and the guys are gelling well right now. I think everyone's pulling from the starters to, guys weren't getting as many minutes, but it's an exciting time right now, and it's a good time to be a Sounder.
It is a great time to be a Sounder, but Paul Rothrock specifically, you came from a position of being a guy that was coming off the bench, creating a spark. Now you've cemented yourself into a starting 11. How do you stay hungry? How do you stay focused and keep that same mentality that got you where you are right now?
Yeah, I think I'm the same guy. I think, what's changed is I got some opportunities and also a number of minutes under my belt, which have helped me progress too. I think the best way to get better is to be playing, and so I'm really grateful for the minutes that I've gotten so far. But, I know in this sport that it can be taken away maybe even quicker than you get them in the first place. And, I've been on both sides of that. So I think for me, it's just continuing to stay true to my process. I think that's the most important thing, continuing to remember who I am and what got me here, and using that to propel me forward, my performances at the end of the year, and also the team, to help the team as best I can.
Every time a player has the type of evolution that you've had, I've always asked, when you think back to the preseason, who's a player that maybe has been part of this group that's really helped you get where you were at, whether it's confidence, whether it's game, whether it's execution? Who's a guy that maybe comes to mind?
Yeah, I think there's been a few guys. I think there's been some difficult moments since I've been on the second team here and the first team, and times when things were rough, and I had to keep the belief in myself. But guys like Nico last year and Raul have been really important for me. I'm really thankful for them in some of those moments, and I also look up to guys like Christian. I think Christian's been a great role model for me in terms of how he sees the game and his evolution as a player too, and being able to play in a number of different spots and wherever the team needs him. So those guys, and even young guys like Obed, and seeing what he did this year, going from losing his starting spot last year to coming in really motivated in preseason and earning that back through hard work and consistent performance. So I think there's a number of guys on the team who are great role models, but guys like Christian and Jordan and Raul and Nico, people who have had consistent seasons year after year after year where they're scoring multiple goals and helping the team. I think I get to see how they train every day and how important it is to continue to stay on it, because the sport's competitive, and there's always another guy coming up. So not to lose that hunger and desire. And I think for me that's always been a part of my identity. Now that I'm in the place where I have new goals for myself too, right? So the goalposts have shifted, like my mom says.
I like it. And speaking of your livelihood, your everyday, has anything changed? What's been the most radical change that you've seen in your livelihood? Do people just recognize you more? Is there, maybe the press, getting all of these people talking to you?
Yeah, I don't think my life's really changed that much. Besides, I'm getting a little bit more attention these days, but my life is the same. I still come in at the same time every day, and I still leave at the same time, and still do the same things outside of soccer. I like, taking it pretty easy after training days. I like going to the ocean, and so that's not much different. I do think the increased attention is a little bit different, but I'm still the same guy.
As we start to close it out, I really want to get a sense of, look, your ability to work in transition, to exploit the flanks, they're impressive, but just your ability to find the right spots at the right times to just score, your ability to score, to finalize those chances. What do you feel like you attribute that to? What is it that makes Paul a guy that just finds the ball and can put it away when, it's the hardest thing to do in soccer is just to put away the ball?
Yeah, I think it's not something that's happened by accident, right? I think it's something I've really tried to train. My favorite thing to do, especially the day before the game, day of the game, is just watch goal after goal after goal after goal. And that's been a thing I've been doing for the last couple of years now. And I think it's, seeing those images over and over and over again, you start to see patterns, even if it's implicit. And I think that's been really helpful. And also, like, getting to know my teammates, right? Playing with them longer, knowing, with Jordan, I think I have a really good understanding with him of where he's going to run into space, and him and I have connected a number of times, and learning Jackson's cadence of when he likes to play the long ball, or getting the timing right with Albert of when he plays me in through. I think a good example of that is like the Vancouver game, right? Yeah, I think studying the film, and then also playing with guys longer is obviously really helpful, and I'm happy to continue developing those relationships with those guys.
All right, now back to the team. Timbers rivalry is coming up, last game of the season. What are your thoughts? How important, how big is, not just playing well, but, getting that win against Portland? Outside of everything, like the CC berth and everything that goes with it, just independently, for you, for the team?
Oh, man, you know how we feel about Portland. But I think Cascadia Cup's on the line, which I'd love to win that. I'd love to beat Portland, and we got that great win away, and then we struggled against them in the last time we played them away. But I feel really good about it. I feel good about our chances, and also finishing the regular season and entering the playoffs with some momentum would be awesome, and just continue the momentum that we have right now would be great. So I think it's a really important game. I hope everyone comes out for it. I think the atmosphere is going to be pretty electric. So excited for it.
Yeah, that'd be my last one. For anybody that is thinking about whether they should or should not go to that game, what would you tell them? The fan base that you're a fan favorite in general. So, what would you say to them?
I would say this is the biggest game of the season so far. So I don't know how you can miss this one. And we're gonna give it our all. I think we're gonna put on a show for the fans watching. And if you're gonna come out to any game this season, might as well be this one.
All right, thank you.